So there you go. It's basically headline. Who else wants an easy, endless supply of business leads ready to buy in less than 1 week without the hassle, headaches, or grind of your current prospecting, right? And so this is really excellent if you're doing B2B. You've got some methods that aren't working, right? You're stuck in the grind. It's kind of very inconsistent, very cyclical, very roller coaster ride for your prospects and leads, and you want to learn a system that's more systematic and even automated. We got some cool software as well that help you automate this entire process, makes it all the better for what you're doing. So definitely tap into that. It's a really phenomenal course. Anything else, Ira?
No, this is the best of the best, and it's a blueprint that actually works. There's lots of products out there that are created all the time. We don't push a lot of products to market that often. When we put something out there, it's something that we spend a lot of time on, and we go over it over and over and over. So it's we don't do new products every month. We're very, very careful what we put out there because we want to know with 100% certainty that this is going to really get the job done for our clients. So everything that we brought to market has just crushed it as far as results, and this is consistent with the quality and the results that our brand stands for at Mojo.
Great job. Thank you very much. Daven's joined us. I know you wanted to hang around for a moment and say hi to Daven. So,
what's going on, Daven?
Daven! Hey.
What's going on, buddy?
There he is. He's got the Mojo orange on. I love it.
Let me introduce Daven, and then I'll let y'all interact for just a few moments before Daven starts on his.
I think your microphone. You're muted right now. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I was. How you guys doing? Good to see you.
Yeah, you're doing some
I got my Mojo shirt on. Yeah.
I like that a lot. I'm glad you got the memo.
Anybody that doesn't know Daven is a rock star. He is the founder of Employ 123, one of the largest outsourcing companies in the Philippines. And Daven also is the founder of Beyond Business Live. Daven and I are friends. We met a few years ago when they finally got around to doing business together.
Absolutely, and just for the record, it's 123 Employee.
I'm sorry, did I say it backwards?
Yeah, a lot of people do. It's okay.
I guess it was just a dyslexic mention. So
it's all good. Good to see you, Barry.
Employee. So let's make sure we get that right. www.123 Employee.
You got it.
Make up for my mistake.
Thanks.
Well, Daven's awesome. He's gonna just blow your mind in the areas of outsourcing, and he's got an incredible team there that he's really handcrafted and created over there. So you're gonna learn a ton from Daven here.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
And what a Beyond Business Live in Atlanta not too long ago, and I can honestly say that was one of the most amazing live experiences I've been to.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I know you've seen a lot of them, Barry, and that was very cool of you to hang out. Yeah, we just did a Beyond Marketing Live last weekend in LA.
Wish I could have been there.
Yeah, we got some coming up in Australia in a few weeks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very good. What are the
Gavin, I think it was
for you?
That said, if you don't have a virtual assistant, you are one.
I like that. I like that.
That's from you?
No, it wasn't me, but I'm going to steal it.
Okay, you can have that. When I heard that, I went, "Wow, it's so true." Because 90% of our day is totally non-revenue producing.
Yeah.
And what you offer is so critically important because you've got to, Bill Walsh talks about this. Delegate every possible thing away from you that you can, because if you're, the minimum wage for a millionaire is $524 an hour, and if you're doing all these small little things with your valuable time, you're never going to scale your business, and that's where your amazing company comes in. So,
that's true. I appreciate that.
Watching now, we're in for a treat.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Ira, I loved your quote, but I'd take it one step further because I've gone to do it all myself a number of years ago. And if you're trying to do it all yourself, I would say you're not a virtual assistant, you're a virtual slave.
Yeah, that's true.
A literal slave, one or the other.
Yeah, to your business.
Indeed. Yep. Very good.
Right on. Well, we'll clear the stage for you, Daven. Go ahead and crush it. And, knock their socks off, okay?
Thanks, guys. Good seeing you.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Devin, what I put on the sales materials are you're going to show people how to have somebody else do what they don't want to do, don't like to do, or just don't know how to do. So I figure that's a good lead-in for you.
Yeah, that sounds good. Sounds good.
Take it away.
Okay, well, let's see. And this is primarily in the context of using MaxLeadPro, correct? Yeah, of course. So we've had the privilege of actually working with you guys for a while now. We have lots and lots of our clients are utilizing MaxLeadPro, and so many of them are movers and shakers in business. And although MaxLeadPro is a great platform, it's super easy to use. You have to look at every day and throughout the day, what's the highest and best use of my time? And you have to be asking yourself that question 24/7. And so we've come together to basically create a series of templates that our virtual assistants are basically trained on, and they know how to use MaxLeadPro. And what we've decided to do, and I guess, Barry, it's kind of early to announce this, but I think we might as well, and that is that all people that decide to start using MaxLeadPro, they don't just have to do it themselves. They can actually utilize our virtual assistants, and we're going to give them a month of free service at 123 Employee. We've created an alliance with MaxLeadPro so that all new buyers of MaxLeadPro will receive a month of free service at 123, 10 hours, with a virtual assistant pre-trained on how to use MaxLeadPro to market their business. So it's very, very powerful, very exciting. We're excited about it. And, Barry, I have the privilege of speaking on stages all over the globe besides running our brick-and-mortar company. If you're not familiar with 123 Employee, we're the premier outsourcing centers in the Philippines. We have hundreds and hundreds of employees. We work with entrepreneurs all over the globe and some of the biggest thought leaders on the planet. And we do their internet marketing, their social media, their telemarketing, their back office tasks, all the busy stuff in their business so they can focus on the income-producing activities in their business, like Ira said, and the things that really juice them and excite them. Our mission at 123 is to rescue lifestyle-starved entrepreneurs, give them their time back and their lives back. And so, as I was saying, I have the privilege of speaking on large stages all over the world, and it's primarily to entrepreneurs. And I always ask entrepreneurs, I'm a very inquisitive person, I always ask entrepreneurs, what's the biggest challenge that you face in your business? And without exception, I receive a myriad of different responses, but without exception, it always comes down to two. And these are always the two number one things that people say. One is time. I need more time. And let's face it, time is a precious commodity. It doesn't matter how much money we're making, we can't buy time. And two is leads. People have the need for leads, the need for more business coming in the door. And Barry, I believe, and I'm sure you agree with me, that if you can get the leads thing dialed in, if you have tons of leads coming in your door, if you've got tons of money filling your bank accounts, everything else, any other challenge that's thrown your way, you can probably buy yourself out of that challenge, right? You can figure out a way if money's flowing into your bank account, right? No matter what, you can find the talent to help you. And that's why we're so excited about MaxLeadPro, because it's a great lead generating machine. It's great for you generating leads on LinkedIn. It's great for generating leads to your list. It's great for growing a list and then nurturing that list in all sorts of different ways. And it's an awesome system. And so we're really excited about working with the new MaxLeadPro clients.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So should we talk about some strategies?
Yeah, let's talk about one or two of the strategies and give them an idea of how they can actually implement some of the ideas that are in the blueprints using your services.
Okay, cool. Well, I was just quickly glancing over the blueprints, but Barry, maybe you can throw me out some scenarios.
They're really simple. The first blueprint is as simple as taking an existing list or an existing database, importing it into MaxLeadPro so that you can take advantage of all the video features and all of the social leveraging features. That would be something that your people could do very easily for one list or multiple lists.
Sure. And even taking that a step further, we can also do data mining and begin to generate more data for that list. Now, granted, you can't put non-opt-in data into MaxLeadPro, but you can certainly reach out to them through other avenues. You can reach out, the virtual assistant can reach out to them via the telephone, via social media, via the Contact Us page on their website, and other different ways until such time as they get that person to agree to receive some information, and then they can throw them into MaxLeadPro and begin a drip series.
We're talking about MaxLeadPro. We're talking about social media right now on my phone. I don't know if you can see this or not, but I'm getting messages from people that are sharing this event on LinkedIn right this second, literally.
Cool. That's
Not
awesome.
people I know either.
That's great. That's great.
Really, really interesting testimonial to the power of social media right there.
Yeah, and thinking about LinkedIn for a minute, one of the great features in MaxLeadPro is the ability to generate leads on LinkedIn. And obviously, this is a task that you should be running daily on LinkedIn, and just generating more and more leads. But it's something you shouldn't be doing personally. It's not the highest and best use of your time. It can be easily outsourced or delegated to somebody that can work for considerably less than your time is worth. And of course, you get the free hours to get it going.
I'm going to pull up the blueprint so we can have those in front of us while we're talking, if that's okay with you, Daven.
Yeah, sounds good.
Just shared my screen. So we talked about this one just a little bit, and that's Blueprint 101 is based upon increasing your open rates because you add video mail to your email, and it's actually two-way video mail, which we'll discuss a little bit in just a minute. But what you do, you add video to your mail. That's going to add lots more engagement. Forrester research says that one 30-second video has the emotional impact of 1,800,000 words, 3,600 web pages, or 150 days of article and content writing.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's an amazing boost in the impact that you can have on your audience.
Interesting.
Okay. It also gives you a way, at the end of Blueprint 101, we're going to show you a sneaky way to get free instant video testimonials in real time that you can put onto your website.
That's great, and of course the virtual assistant can run those tasks all day long. So
they could upload the video testimonials if you're too busy to do it yourself. All kinds of things.
Yeah.
And then Blueprint number 2 is taking that same list, this is really easy because now you've already imported your list into MaxLeadPro, or your virtual assistant has already imported your list into MaxLeadPro. Now we're just going to take those same messages, and we can either convert that, just send them out through an SMS autoresponder, or we can continue, if a person tells you they want, to receive it in their email and in their SMS. The interesting thing about SMS, which a lot of people don't realize, your conventional open rate now for emails, for business to consumer emails, is around 3%. I think it's like 3.12%. Isn't that about the last figure you heard, Daven?
Well, maybe we run about 8%, and I thought that was bad. So we're doing better than most. It's good to know. It's good to know.
That's good.
But text open rate is like 99.5%.
Yeah, text open rate, according to who you ask, what authority, usually say anywhere from 87 to 93%. But the really interesting statistic is that the open rate for text messages is that rate within 3 minutes.
Right, exactly. The speed is almost instantaneous.
So it's instantaneous. You don't have to wonder whether it's laying in their inbox for 2 weeks until they get around to it in the Google promotion tabs or something like that.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Okay. And then we'll show you how to take the same video sharing features. We talked about the video email. What I don't think I mentioned yet is the video email has social sharing features that allow you to click a button or two and share it on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, and about 100 other social media sites just at the click of the button. Okay? So you can take your message, your testimonial, whatever you have, and spread that virally by sending it to people that have influence and having those send it to people that have influence and so on. So all of your messages have a chance to reach a whole lot more people than just the person that you sent that email to.
Sure.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
This one you should have a lot of fun with, Daven, and your team should too. There's an instant squeeze page generator in MaxLeadPro, and we say here you can create a squeeze page in under 7 minutes. I think I've done it in under 90 seconds so far. But you can create a fully integrated squeeze page. The squeeze page integrates with the MaxLeadPro CRM, or what I like to call a social experience manager, because there's a unique CRM, and it allows people to browse other people's social networks. So this would probably be, it's not a blueprint, but it's just a brainstorm that just came to me, Daven. the 123 employee virtual assistants could probably mine the social networks that you have within that and send invitations, especially via LinkedIn, to potential JV partners and so on, and really collapse the time frames on being able to get things done that way.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great way to utilize a virtual assistant. So they can jump into social media, and actually, and I'm not sure if this is under the hood of MaxLeadPro. It probably is, but if not, there are data mining softwares, we have some too, that will allow you to sort the Facebook. Okay, so let's say you have an industry you want to work with. Let's say it's dentists. So you type that in, you get the list of dentists, but you also get their social media sites like LinkedIn and Facebook, and then you can sort like Facebook by the amount of likes. So then you find the people with the most social influence, the ones that have the biggest lists, that are making the most amount of money, and then you have the virtual assistants reach out on your behalf, set up the introductions, and then you have joint ventures that you can do. A kind of a hybrid approach to that is 22 Social as well. Are you familiar with 22 Social, Barry? I think you are.
I am not on that one. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. 22 Social is really cool. So it's something that you can use as an adjunct to your strategies with MaxLeadPro, and it'll allow you to play Hangouts within Facebook. So what can happen is you can then get a list of all your people that are high up on Facebook that have a lot of fans and followers in your niche, and then reach out to them and say, hey, look, you may not want to share your list with me, but would you agree to create this event and use this link that we send you and create this event on Facebook? Once they do, it will create an event, go out to all their people. When that event goes live, your Hangout will run in their Facebook to all of their followers. And so it's a great way to generate a ton of business, but the joint venture partner doesn't have to share their list. There's no risk to them. It's a no-brainer for them, and everybody wins.
There's a new feature in LinkedIn, in MaxLeadPro that I don't know whether you've seen yet or not, Daven, but what it allows you to do, we call it a social browser. Mm-hmm. And at the top of the CRM page where you have the person's picture and their email and their contact information, over to the right you've got your social media icons. And if you've put in the person's, if you've either imported or manually input the person's Facebook address, LinkedIn address, Twitter address, Pinterest address, about 100 different things, then you can actually click on that icon at the top. I could click on that icon, Daven, look into your Facebook account because you were tied into me with LinkedIn, and I can sit there while we're talking about creating a joint venture or whatever, and we scroll right down there and you say, okay, you know Joel Com, I know Joel Com. You know Mike Philsame, I know Mike Philsame. You know so-and-so, I know so-and-so. And literally you can sit there and in seconds scan through hundreds or thousands of potential contacts and relationships and see how you can leverage deals and structure deals the best.
I think that's really powerful. And we find that we have hundreds and hundreds of our joint venture partners and thousands of our affiliates, and we find that unfortunately, like at the end of the day, our big joint venture partners, if we're going to do a big deal, they want to talk to me or they want to talk to somebody that's very high level. But what we're able to do is utilize virtual assistants to set the appointments, to make those introductions, and so on and so forth. And then we just spend time. So give you an example. So virtual assistant reaches out. They can see the connections and so on and so forth. They set an appointment for me to talk with that potential joint venture partner. They put them on my Google Calendar, and then my time is only spent talking to somebody that could potentially make us a lot of money. And so that's a great way to utilize the virtual assistants, to have them do the back research and then have them do the appointment setting, putting them on your Google Calendar, so then you're just spending time dialing for dollars, if you will. Or somebody that's really high level on your team doing the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So on the 7-minute squeeze page, what we're going to do is we'll create a professional video squeeze page in minutes, something that would take, before MaxLeadPro came along or anything similar to it, it would have taken a week or more probably to get your developer to create the kind of squeeze page we're talking about, and it still wouldn't be integrated with your CRM and your CRM and everything. All of that's done in one fell swoop with MaxLeadPro because it all works on the same engine. Okay.
That's great.
With the people on the squeeze page, and then there's a really unique feature that I'm going to show you how that when the person leaves that squeeze page or when they leave your download page or whatever, at whatever point you want to change, want to redirect them, you can redirect that visitor automatically to your website, to your blog, to an affiliate offer, to an integration market offer, anything like that, which just gives you a lot more control and gives you a few more minutes to influence and leverage the relationship as the person is getting to know you.
Absolutely. And of course, the VAs can set up these squeeze pages for you. It's so easy.
They could set up 100 of them in a day, probably.
Yeah, totally. That's awesome.
Blueprint number 4, and this is another one that can very easily be done with the virtual assistants. Getting cash referrals from YouTube. It's a very simple way with MaxLeadPro where you can take any YouTube. It doesn't have to be your YouTube. Take any YouTube, wrap it with the MaxLead Video Player Pro. You can even tie an affiliate link into it, and with the video wrapped in the affiliate link, now you have a viral piece of advertising that can be shared throughout social media, and it's carrying a message about whatever you're promoting and a link that you can get paid from.
Yep, absolutely. And then once again, Virtual Assistant can post those all over social media, and or make deals with larger partners to post on their sites, on their pages, and then you do a rev share.
Exactly.
Yep.
We'll get to that in just a minute because we've got something for that too.
All right.
Blueprint number 5, we call it broadcast syndication with a Cameras vlog. There's a feature within MaxLeadPro where you upload videos into MaxLeadPro and it converts them into a video and audio. It converts it into a full color video and audio video that again is embedded with the social sharing and email sharing in each video. And it's uploaded into MaxLeadPro, so you get additional leverage and influence that way.
Yep, very good for SEO and for driving more traffic.
So literally you could have somebody creating multiple videos per day just by sending a whole file of images and giving the virtual assistants just a few tips on what content or what script to put behind it that it converts into audio.
Yeah, absolutely. And this again sort of goes under the heading of busy work, and that's the kind of stuff that you want to offload to or delegate to somebody else. So yeah.
And then once the cameraless vlog is created, then the virtual assistants can also work with you to syndicate those out through any number of video syndication and social media syndication services and software.
Yeah, absolutely. YouTube and all the other video directories as well.
Exactly.
Yep.
Blueprint number 106. Again, these are very simple things, but put together they're very powerful. There is an e-commerce plugin that just sits on your page. So it works like a widget. It just floats on your page, and it will turn anything you want to turn on your website, blog, or whatever into an e-commerce module. It's almost like putting in an AdSense block or something like that. But instead of putting in AdSense where you get paid pennies, you put in Amazon, put in JVZoo, put in a friend's affiliate program, anything like that. You can upload the image, you can create the description so you get the SEO. Again, can be tied to a built-in affiliate program. So you add the instant affiliate offer. You create your own, the example we're doing for Blueprint 106, we'll create your own weekly book club, kind of like Oprah ran her book club that generated so much traffic. You talk about the books you're reading or the products that you're using on a weekly basis or a daily basis. Click the thing, put the widget in. Now you've got it on your website, and anytime somebody's clicking on that, then you've got the potential to make money.
Sure, and if you don't have specific affiliate offers, then your virtual assistant could do that research for you as well. They could jump on JVZoo or ClickBank, find the offers in the niche with the ones that have the best conversion and the lowest return rate, and so on and so forth, and then then they can pull the copy together, get you the links, and so on and so forth, and post them.
Two things you said there that sounded really simple make a huge difference in your conversion, and I want to bring it out. You talked about finding the offers that were related to your niche or that were related to your offer, and you talked about finding the ones that had the lowest return rates.
Right.
Both of those two things are going to drastically increase your conversion rate and your profitability. So those are great points that I had not even thought about mentioning in this blueprint. So thank you.
Yeah, in ClickBank, I believe they call that gravity. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Blueprint 107. This one is the most powerful of all. It's the most complicated. That's why we left it to last. We want you to get comfortable with MaxLeadPro, or at least have the virtual assistants comfortable with MaxLeadPro to be able to do this. But basically, what we're going to show you is how to discover how to get your biggest competitors to sell your products and smile at you while they're doing it. Because by selling your products on their products on your website or anybody else's website that you can put together a joint venture for, then you're both going to make a lot of money. Mm-hmm. And these are secrets that the gurus really don't want you to know, because it's where a lot of their, sometimes as much as 70–80% of their profits come from. But now there's an easy way to do it. You used to have to create an offer. Then you had another team of people that were calling the joint venture partners and saying, hey, if I put this offer on your page, will you put my offer on your page? That kind of thing. Very time consuming. It's what I used to do for Tillman back in the early 2000s. But now we get an easier way to do it, because what it is within MaxLeadPro, when you follow and I'm not going to say this is a simple process, but when you follow a step-by-step process, at the end of that process, you're able to take anybody's web page, anybody's offer, anything you want, replicate that within anybody's website, wrap it with the MaxLeadPro video player to make it viral, wrap it with something else that then adds to time on your site that's a bonus with this product, and at the end, what you end up with is one line of HTML code that you copy and paste onto somebody's website. So instead of going through all the hassles of saying, you know, I need to get the copy done, I need to get this, that, and the other thing done, what you actually do, you just call somebody that you want to do a joint venture or a strategic alliance with. Say, hey, look, you've got 40 websites. Each one of them has a thank you page. Are you making any money off of your thank you pages? And they're like, well, no. What do you mean? And you say, well, would you put one line of code on it if I split the money with you 50-50, for example? And, of course, they will. And as long as you're putting an offer on there that's converting, then you're both going to make money.
Yeah, and this is an incredibly powerful strategy, because so many people don't use their thank you pages to generate revenue. I mean, most people don't even think about it. Once again, it's a scenario where your virtual assistant can call out to the joint venture partners or the potential joint venture partners. And again, you can try to have them close those deals, but I don't suggest it. I just suggest that they set the appointments, they get you or your high-level people on the phone, and then you close the deals. You put them in the thank you page, and you've got a ton of revenue. I have a great friend of mine who's an info marketer that's literally built his business that way. He doesn't do regular joint ventures anymore. He just had all his people call out, set up, you know, get their marketing on everybody else's thank you pages, and he was done. And that's where he gets all of his traffic today.
We did one deal with 2 internet marketers that people would mention the name if I mentioned them back in the mid-2000s, and the revenue, well, the commissions paid to one person on that off of one integration marketing deal was over $3,000 per month.
That's cool.
And it was done one time. The deal was literally made when someone walked up to a speaker at a live event, said, hey, if I get somebody to do this for you, will you do that for them? And both said yes. 2 or 3 phone calls were made to get the code on the web pages, and from there on it was on automatic pilot.
Very good.
This will give you, you know, you may not be able to close deals that large using this process, or you may, but
over time, why not?
What's that?
Over time, why not?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But even if you close the deal 1/10 of that size and you close 10 of them,
yep.
With up and coming marketers, then that would still be the same $3,000 per month.
Absolutely, it's recurring revenue. Yeah, very good.
And then there's another way to leverage this even more. That same partner, you've heard the old saying that, well, I won't even say the old saying. I'll give credit where credit is due. Robert Cialdini talks about commitment and consistency, where if you start down a path, you continue down that path. And if you get off of that path, then there's physical and physiological pain for not following through. So when you're talking to that potential strategic alliance partner, and they've already agreed to do something with you on their thank you pages, say, hey, look, Daven, while we're doing this deal, you also send a confirmation for every opt-in. You send a confirmation for every purchase or a receipt for every purchase, don't you?
Yeah. So why not put the link inside that email?
So would you mind taking that same link and just popping it onto those two pages? You know, for instance, if you're using Aweber or Infusionsoft, there's a link for a custom redirect at the end of the opt-in. Would you mind just putting this link in there, and now we can make money off of each other's thank you pages too.
Yep.
So you make money off of the sales page for the thank you page on the sales page. You make money off of the receipt. You make money off of the conversion once it gets to once they get the autoresponder email thanking them or telling them how to use the profits.
Sure.
Once you start using this, the ways to profit from it are just absolutely unlimited.
Yeah, I agree.
And you can actually, this goes beyond internet marketing. This will let you take what you've learned in internet marketing and go to, say, the local dry cleaner or the local pizza place. And you can put together a deal between two local businesses and have one of them's website display within the others at the end of the sales process and work out a deal that way.
Sure.
Okay?
Yeah. The possibilities are limitless.
So that's just a few of the just very basic blueprints. We're going to have the basic blueprints. We're going to have social media blueprints for each aspect of social media, like for LinkedIn, for Facebook, for all of those. We're going to have blueprints that Daven and 123 Employ will be able to just take, know exactly what you're talking about, know exactly how to use the tool, know exactly the results that you want. So you basically be just saying, hey, Daven, here's what I'm paying you per month, and here's the results I want, and pretty much be guaranteed of getting those results.
Exactly.
Wouldn't you agree, Daven?
Definitely.
I use the example when I'm talking to people. I say, just imagine Gina teaches a process of how to leverage your connections within Google Plus using share circles and a whole lot of other specific strategies. Mm-hmm. And they're time consuming, but they're very powerful. Mm-hmm. One of her students has built, I think it's roughly a 5,000 person raw list from zero in just over 2 now, and it's growing by leaps and bounds, and it's a targeted list. But he has to put a lot of time into doing that. Imagine if you were able to hand that off to one of the 123 Employ virtual assistants, and you're able to say, here's what I want you to do. I want you to follow these exact steps 24 hours a day. Now, Daven, you don't work your people 24 hours a day, but you do work.
Well, we are open 24/7. So if you're willing to take hours,
to think that we can do got slave labor going or anything like that.
No, not at all.
He's got multiple people handling the same blueprints. So literally, you're able to, if you want to, have someone doing those activities 24 hours a day.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a perfect task for a virtual assistant. I always say if there wasn't social media, we'd be out of business, and that's because just a few years ago, well, not a few years ago, but when we first opened our doors, 95% of our business was voice-based. Today, 98% of our clients ask us to do some form of social media or internet marketing, and what I was going to say is that shift has just taken place over the last probably 4 years or so, 5 years. So it's amazing. And we do that too in our business. Recently we started a marketing group on LinkedIn. We call it Daven Michaels Marketing on Steroids, and our virtual assistant has built that list up to thousands in just a very short period of time. So very powerful stuff.